Want to shop Walmart Black Friday deals first? Walmart Plus members get early access to our hottest deals. Join now and get 50% off a 1-year annual membership. Shop Black Friday deals first with Walmart Plus. See terms at walmartplus.com.
When you think about super successful businesses that are selling through the roof, like Heinz or Mattel, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But there's a secret. The business behind the business, making selling simple for them and buying simple for their customers. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout as Heinz and Mattel. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/promo, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/promo to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/promo.
Hi Clubbers, a couple of things before we jump into this episode. Friday's show has now moved over to our subscription on Apple Podcasts.
So please subscribe to the channel for your exclusive weekly wellness roundup show and to listen ad-free on every episode of Self-Care Club and 40ish.
Just hit subscribe and you will get exclusive access to all of this content. Hello everybody, I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Laura Mishkon and welcome to Self-Care Club.
Lauren, have you made your Christmas wish list yet?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
What's on it?
Well, I'm going to tell you during this show, aren't I?
Today we are asking Santa for what you want. That's what we're doing.
Are you going to be on Santa's naughty list or his nice list this year?
I don't know, it depends what he's looking for.
He's never looking for naughty. That,
I reckon he is.
He's not.
I reckon he is. He just can't tell the children that.
All the songs tell you
he's
only looking for people on the nice list. I think I've been on the nice list.
Nice is overrated. I'm sorry. Would you ever want someone to describe you as nice? Oh, she's nice. No.
I don't think that
exactly.
Very much.
Wouldn't you prefer to be described as naughty than nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I would. I'm not sure I get described as either very much.
But the funny thing is, out of the two of us, you are the naughtier one.
I know. But you can't tell anyone that.
I have just told everybody
it's a secret.
That. It's not really. It shouldn't be a secret. You should bring that out in you much louder and prouder than you do.
No, I keep it on the low.
Why?
Because then sometimes it's a surprise.
It always is.
Yeah.
I love your naughty side.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
Because it's unexpected.
Exactly. And if I did it all the time, it would be expected and that wouldn't be fun.
So I'm going to ask a big question.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Mm-hmm. It is a big question.
It is. And it can cause a lot of stress and a lot of unknowns and a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
But it is probably the most important thing that we can ask ourselves.
And why is that?
Because if you don't know what you want, if you don't allow space to understand what you want, if you don't give yourself permission to have what you want, or even go after what you want, or even admit what you want, you will never, ever have it.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah. And that means you're going to be living your whole life filled with everyone else's wants and everyone else's needs and expectations. And my God, if there was ever a time of year filled with needs and expectations, it is now Christmas time, right?
Yes.
So many women, and I definitely include myself, are overwhelmed, overburdened, exhausted. There is such a big mental load that goes with Christmas and a physical load.
And a
carrying
financial
it
load.
all. Yeah, but I feel like women, especially mums, carry the weight of Christmas, and we get so bogged down in the to-do list, which is seemingly endless. There is not a moment to consider what you want, what you desire. So today is that moment.
Yeah, Christmas is for you too. It's not just for kids. Kids are so encouraged to ask for what they want, aren't they?
Oh, Josh sent me his Christmas list weeks ago, like still in November, with like 25 things on it. It wasn't like, oh, do I deserve this? Could I possibly have it? It's like, here's my Christmas list. Here is what I want.
Yeah, I love that.
I mean, he should, because he's a kid and it's,
But why do we lose that? I don't think there's any need or necessity to lose that skill. And it is a skill to tune into what you want.
It is, but women are just particularly bad at stepping into it because we have an internal dialogue that says we're selfish or self-indulgent if we ask. And also there's that whole thing about doing what's expected, being a good girl, being selfless, being polite. It's not polite to ask for what you want.
I think women are getting better at it. I think they do allow a little bit more space than they used to, or I'm definitely getting better at it, aren't you?
A little bit.
So we've done a show on this before, many moons ago, and we have released it a few times.
Yes.
Because we often get asked the question on what's your favourite practice, what's your worst practice, like if we're being interviewed for something or people in general just asking us. And my answer is always the practice of asking for what you want has been the most life-changing practice that we have done on this show. And when we were discussing about what we wanted to bring out for Christmas, that's when we discussed it, didn't we? About that we should do another show on that because we did it, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And it's a conversation that is vitally important.
Yes.
It never gets old. And we always need the reminders that we deserve what we want and that we should ask for what we want and we should go after what we want.
And women often don't get what they want and deserve because we don't feel like we should ask, and also because society has made it more difficult for us to ask for it. Rather than being called assertive, we're called bossy or pushy or aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah.
So it is hard.
Or she's a ball breaker, you know.
Yeah,
I hate that term.
all of that bollocks.
Yeah.
So why is it important to ask for what you want? It's the most simple answer. If you ask, you're more likely to get.
Well, your chances do go up by like 100%.
Yeah, and those are the kind of odds that we like.
We've even written about this in our book.
Yeah, we have.
Haven't we?
Yeah.
Which is called Have You Tried This? And it's available on any bookstores if you want it now.
Yeah, it is.
It's also coming out in paperback in March. But it is honestly life-changing.
I think so.
If you can apply all the steps that we're going to give you in a little bit, then it will change your life. It's as simple as that.
It is. And what are the benefits of asking for what you want?
You get it.
Well, A, you're more likely to get it. B, it allows you to discover what you want. Because as you said, when you used to do your coaching, a lot of women came in and you'd say, what do you want? And they'd say, oh, I actually don't know. But
everyone says, I don't know.
But they all knew.
I always say, like when I ask someone, what do you want? I don't know. It's like a real natural reaction to that question. Even when you say, you're talking about what do you want for dinner?
Yeah.
Or what do you want to do about this decision? Or anything. It doesn't have to be like really big and deep. Like, what do you want in life?
You often do that to me. You're like, what do you want for lunch? And I'll be like, I don't know, whatever. And you'll be like, no, what do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you feel like? And then when you put it like that, I have to actually think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. But but sometimes you're better at telling me what you don't want. I don't think you would have done that a few years ago.
Yeah.
You'd be like, no, I'm not in the mood for tuna. I know that sounds so trivial, but actually it's important because if you can do it in the smallest of things, then you're more likely to be able to do it with the bigger decisions in your life, right?
Yeah, because it helps you to discover what it is you want, and then you can create a life based on your own terms, and then you can make better choices.
Can I give a little tip here?
Please.
If you ask yourself what you want and your default reaction is, I don't know, remind yourself that you do know. Because I don't know what somebody else wants. I don't know what you want. And you don't know what I want.
No.
Because how could you possibly know? But I know. You know. And if you still think, well, I don't know, then look for where you have energy and when you feel depleted. When you're lifted and you're excited and you're energized and you're stimulated by something, then that is a sign that you're doing the right thing or it's something that you really enjoy. Just follow the joy.
Follow the joy.
Yeah.
I also love that for Christmas. Follow the joy.
Love that.
That's great. Because everyone deep down really does know what they want, right?
Everyone knows.
They might think they don't know, or they might be afraid to admit it, or they might be a bit embarrassed by what it is they want. They might think it's too much, too big, and they might put it aside.
Often. Yeah.
I think people put it aside a lot because they're worried about how other people would take it or how it might look to other people.
Totally.
Like, do I want too much? Is it too grandiose? Is it too big?
Yes. We've been told that before. Do you remember?
You want too much.
You want for too much.
Yeah.
I will never, ever forget those words.
Yeah.
And my thought at the time wasn't that, oh God, I shouldn't want for so much. It was, no, I don't want for too much. You don't want enough for us.
Yeah. It was actually a great lesson.
It was amazing.
Even though at the time it was extremely frustrating and disappointing and annoying, it was a great lesson for us, because we could have stayed small and been put away in our box, or we could have done what we did, which was, no, we don't want too much. We want what we want. And actually, if you can't give it to us, we'll go and get that for ourselves.
Yeah, which we did.
Bloody well did.
Which we did.
Yeah. So this Christmas, we want you to take a pause and ask Santa for what you want, because this is your Christmas too. And we are going to keep reminding you of that fact. It is not just your kids' Christmas and your mum's Christmas and your husband's Christmas and everyone else's Christmas. It's also your Christmas.
It is as much your Christmas as it is anybody else's. And you deserve to do the things that light you up, that make you smile, that bring you joy, that make you happy, that bring you peace, that allow you to be relaxed. All the things that you want for yourself, you deserve it. You should have it. Make time for it. Allow for it.
So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with our step-by-step guide as to how to ask for what you want.
Yeah.
Nicole, you know what time of year it is.
Oh, yes. It's when you go mad searching for sequin trousers to wear for Christmas parties that you're never going to.
True. But it's also that time of year again when shops slash their prices and sales are everywhere. But instead of buying that discounted pair of gold 6-inch heel boots you're never going to wear, why not invest in your health?
For Cyber Week, Zoe, the science and nutrition company, is offering 20% off Zoe membership, their personalised nutrition programme, and 20% off Daily 30, their first of its kind whole food supplement of over 30 plants.
To get this exclusive discount, use code Zoe20 at zoe.com.
You know that Zoe has never done a Cyber Week offer, and I'm not sure if they'll ever do one again. They've also never had one so big, Lauren.
I know, it's amazing. So this is your chance, listeners, to try Zoe. We are big fans, and not just because they sponsor our podcast.
Zoe conducts extensive scientific research and uses the results to inform their membership program. In a randomized controlled trial, participating Zoe members reported positive changes to their gut microbiome and were 4 times more likely to report better sleep and more energy. That's amazing.
It really is. Put it like this. Quite simply, Zoe is one of the best investments you can make in your health.
Will you give Zoe membership a try? Remember to use the code Zoe20 at checkout to get 20% off.
Zoe's Cyber Week discount ends on December the 3rd, so make the most of it today. Go to zoe.com and enter code Zoe20 for 20% off.
When your gut feels off, your whole day can feel off. Activia probiotic yogurts and dailies are a quick, easy, and tasty way to up your gut health game every day. They're deliciously smooth and creamy and packed with billions of live and active probiotics. Your gut is where it all begins, so start with Activia. Enjoying Activia twice a day for 2 weeks as part of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle can help reduce the frequency of minor digestive discomfort.
Subtle results, still you, but with fewer lines. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Okay, here we go, kids.
She's putting on her glasses.
The glasses are coming on. It's a serious moment.
It is.
Step 1, you have to ask yourself, what do I want.
Why don't we do it now in real time?
Okay, so you can do it like when your kids are writing their list to Santa. They probably already have because we're in December. But the key here is trust your wants, and only when you are certain of your true desires will you have the courage and awareness to pursue them. So
Can I
write
just
your list.
also say that when you ask someone, like when it's their birthday, for example, you say,
Yeah.
what do you want? And
Yeah.
they go, oh, I don't know.
Nothing. I don't want anything.
Right.
Yeah.
It's quite annoying because it's actually like, well, if you actually tell me what you want, I'm going to get it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Unless it's, something that's completely out of my price range, which nobody's really going to do, are they?
Yep.
But when they tell you what they want, it's actually very helpful and useful.
So helpful. I
Isn't
really
it?
like that.
Yeah. So the same applies for you.
Yeah.
You get to ask for what you want. Just tune into that. Right. I'm going to ask you now. What do you want for Christmas?
I want to know, firstly, that my health is robust. I want to have all the knowledge that I'm good and healthy in my body. That's the first thing that I want.
So that is a great one. We all want that.
No amount
Don't
of
we?
money can buy health.
No.
My feeling generally is like anything materialistic that I want,
Yeah.
I could probably find a way to
But
get it.
if I had something in my mind when you asked me the question, because yours is great and it's really important. Ask me now.
What do you want for Christmas? What do you want?
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I want a brush cleaner for my makeup brushes.
Oh, like the electric one. Oh my God, I really want one of those. It looks so good, but I bet it's shit.
Because I was cleaning my brushes last night and I thought, do you know what? What I really want for Christmas is an electric brush cleaner because I clean my brushes quite a lot. Anyway, my point is that obviously I want what you want too. I want to know my health is okay. And there are other much bigger things that I want. But in terms of something a bit shit and a bit like, consumery,
Yeah.
that's what I want.
I'm going to get that for you for Christmas.
Thank you. Please,
am
can I have
going-
an electric brush cleaner for Christmas?
Yes, you can.
I've already bought your Christmas present.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've actually also already bought yours. But you'll have to have this as an extra.
No, they're quite expensive.
Are they?
Yeah, they're not like a $5 or a $10.
Is this because you saw me washing my brushes the other day in the kitchen? My
No.
makeup brushes?
No, it's because I was washing mine last night.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, you know what?
You know what? When I spent an hour washing mine in the fairy liquid the other day, I was like, oh, God, one of those things would be really useful.
That's what I mean. I did mine in the bath last night.
It's really annoying, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Do you think they work, though?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll let you know if I get
Yeah,
one.
let me know.
Yes, that's a good one. The health. And anything a bit more lightweight and a product that someone could actually get you.
Oh, an actual item. You want
Yeah.
me to list an actual item
Yeah,
that I
why
want?
not? I mean, if we're going to go meta, then obviously there's many things that I want.
I haven't really got anything consumery on my list, but what I really want for Christmas is I want to delegate the stuff I delegate and then not have to chase that up. So like there are a few things at Christmas I delegate to Ollie, and this year I want to just tell him once and trust that it's done and not have to chase it, because when I delegate it, then I have to chase it. It's still on my mental load.
Oh, I totally.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So that is like,
Yes,
I
I do.
I actually really did. I genuinely did write a list. I'm actually going to read it to you. Okay, here we go. Here is my list of what I want this Christmas and into next year. I want us to earn more money.
Yeah.
I've said it. And I don't think it's too much and too grandiose and too, oh, who are you? Why do you deserve that?
I think, yeah.
I'm letting go of that
but
shit.
You know what? Let's go bigger than that. I want us to earn a lot more money.
And I don't want to feel in any way kind of embarrassed, ashamed, like it's not a good thing. I work hard and I'd like to earn more money. And I feel good about that.
Me too.
And we've been doing a lot of work around our own barriers to earning and our
Yeah.
own limitations
Yeah.
that we've put on ourselves
Yeah.
for this. And I think we're doing better than we
Well,
were.
we had a situation, didn't we, that we wanted to do something for the business.
Yeah.
And it was going to cost £9,000.
Yeah.
And so, and we sort of stepped away from it and we were like, our first immediate response was, oh, we can't afford that.
Yes.
And then the next day, I called you up and I said, you know what? We can't afford that right now.
Yeah.
But actually, £9,000, let's put it into perspective, is not that much money. And we can earn £9,000. We can find a way to allow ourselves to bring in £9,000 so that we can afford to do that.
Yeah.
And within, 4 or 5 days?
We did.
We brought in a big piece of sponsorship
Yeah.
that was more than that.
Because I feel like, and we gave ourselves a little mantra.
We did.
And it's worked.
Yeah, it has.
So I'm
it
kind
really
of,
has.
I'm saying that is what I want.
Because I kept saying to you, if we keep saying we can't afford it, guess what?
We're
we
never
can't.
going to be able to, because we're limiting
so
ourselves.
we have to say we can't afford that yet, but we can afford it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I put to not be chasing the Christmas things that I delegate, because that really does make a difference to me at Christmas. And then I've put to not feel stressed in the run up to Christmas.
So what do you want to feel? Not what you don't want to feel. What do you want to feel?
I would like to feel calm and relaxed, and I think most importantly, not overburdened. And
So it's not what it isn't. What is it? If it's not overburdened, it's
relaxed, calm, in control.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
organised.
I have to accept this, that a lot of this stuff I put upon myself. No one is expecting the world from me.
Well, of course, we always do it to ourselves.
But I take a lot on. And always, by the time we get to the end of Christmas Eve, where we throw a big party, Ollie always says, oh, Christmas is a lot for you. And I'm like, yeah, it is, mate. It's a lot. And that makes parts of it not so enjoyable, because rather than just chasing the joy, which is what we were saying earlier, you're constantly playing catch up. So I guess it's finding ways to
cultivate calm and relaxation for you.
Yeah, around Christmas. That's what I want. What else is on your Christmas list?
We go away a lot at Christmas, so I don't have that overwhelm at Christmas, because we're kind of taken away from it. I don't buy my kids big birthday Christmas presents, because we always do because we do a nice holiday. I buy them little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And I don't go through my whole family and we buy each other. It's just not, we don't do that. So Christmas is not that overwhelming for me. What do I want? There's so many things that I want. I want to get my hormones under control. Mm-hmm. That has been a big part of the last few months. That's a big one for me. That's what I really want. I want to feel like myself again. Yeah. Because I haven't felt like myself for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit bored of that now. And I want, in terms of work, I want our downloads to quadruple.
Nice.
That is what I want. I want them to quadruple. Because I do. Because that's what I want and that's what we deserve. We release good content. We are very hardworking. We are relentless at putting out podcasts. And actually, we deserve it. We deserve it. So that's what I want.
We're getting very ahead of ourselves here, because we've done this work. We've written a chapter on it. We've done this show before. So we're like quite good at it. But I want to go through the steps, because not everyone
that's
is
us
where
asking,
we are.
That's us asking for what we want. Right? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But we're admitting, first of all, it's in the admission, isn't it? Which is, I think, actually the hardest piece, is to really tune in to the things that you want and not feel, like we said, and not feel embarrassed, but feel proud of it, feel deserving of it, and say, yeah, I want this because I want this, and that's the end of it.
The other thing is to acknowledge the fear and step over it, because have you ever considered you might actually be afraid of getting what you want? Maybe there's a fear of responsibility that will come with it, or the fear of losing it, or the fear of what will happen if you ask for it and then you don't get it. And this is so common and extremely valid, but it really gets in the way of going after the things that you want the most. So you do need to acknowledge that and step over that.
And I have a thing that when you ask the universe or God or whatever it is that you're asking, whoever have your faith, wherever your faith sits, mine is the universe. So if I'm asking the universe for what I want, the answers are either yes, not yet, or I have something much better for you.
There's no such thing as no.
There's no such thing as no.
Love it.
Because we live in an abundant world. So you have to have an abundant mindset.
Step 3, stop asking if you deserve what you want. Do not question whether or not you deserve things in life. You do. End of sentence.
Well, you have to keep reminding yourself. So I think that's a good one. That's a good mantra of, I deserve this. I want this because I deserve it.
And that's one I've had to step over quite a bit. And I feel like I'm getting better at it.
You're getting much better at it. Yeah.
Ask with trust. If you don't believe that you are worthy, you will not be open to receiving. And more often than not, you're not going to get what it is that you want.
Yeah.
So ask it and trust it. Trust that you're going to get it. And ask without expectation. When you want something, you might have to ask more than once. Try not to get too attached to the manner through which you receive it. So, for example, if you want love, know that it might come from the person who you're not with right now.
Yeah. Or it might be in your life right already, but you're not tuning into it.
Yeah.
Or you're not realizing that it's there.
Yep. If you want a fulfilling career, understand that you may also get that, but it might not be in the field or the position or the time frame that you anticipate. And focus on the possibility. When we get caught up a lot in not asking for what we want because we worry what the person we're making the request of is going to think of us. So focus on what asking will bring rather than the worry about asking.
I think we should give an example on that. Well, let's use the makeup brushes, for example.
Okay.
Because it's a small one.
Go on.
So if I was going to ask you for the makeup brushes, but I would be fearful of asking you because, is it too expensive? Maybe she doesn't want to spend that. Maybe she thinks it's too much for me to ask her for that. Actually focus on the possibility of having the makeup cleaning set. And actually that would feel great. That would feel good. It's such a small example because it's, a little bit silly. Focus on that. Focus on the getting of what you want rather than all the hearsay of what the other person might think about it.
Well, I can use the example of delegating bits of Christmas, right? So I could be like, I don't want to have to ask Ollie to do all those things because he's got a lot of stuff to wrap up before he can shut down for Christmas. And maybe he thinks that I'm being a bit pathetic because I can't handle taking the extra presents on myself. And, maybe he's also got stuff to do and I shouldn't expect him to do the bits on my list. That, right? But if I focus on, if I ask him to do these 5 things, that's 5 things that I can take off my list and think how relieved I'm going to feel knowing that that's in hand.
Love it. Tune into that.
Better, right?
And also you're tuning into the things that you have asked for because you want to feel more relaxed and more in control and calmer. So it's going to bring a lot more of that. So you're actually creating more of what you want.
I think what we have learned through doing this practice, writing the chapter on it, spending a couple of years practicing it in reality, asking for what we want, is that if you don't ask, you don't get.
No,
right? That is
don't.
the bottom line.
You don't.
And also you cannot expect your partner, your mother, your boss, whoever, to read your mind. They don't know what you want unless you tell them.
Yeah.
So tell them, ask them, what is the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
What is the worst that happens?
What is the worst that can happen? Nothing. You stay where you are. Everything stays the same.
That is the worst case scenario, is that everything stays the same.
That is worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Everything stays the same.
Yeah.
But best case scenario is you actually get what you want.
Yeah. And we do this quite a lot now. Like one of us will say to the other one, well, do you think, well, should we ask him? And now I always go, fuck it. The worst they can say is no. Yeah. And I don't think I would have said that 3 years ago. But now I feel like I always say it to you. Well, fuck it. We can only ask them. Well, what's the worst they say? They say no. Nothing changes.
You are really inspiring me today.
Thanks.
Because I said to you this morning, I am absolutely obsessed with the new Zoe supplement that they sent us some. Okay, they gifted us some because they sponsored us last week.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. And I'm like running low because I'm giving it to Adam. And I said to you this morning, do you think I can ask for some more? And you were like, yeah, why not? I'm actually just going to ask him because the worst he can say is no. And guess what? Best case scenario, I'm going to get some more of that supplement and I love it.
Absolutely. That is a great example.
Yeah.
Because what would be holding you back? Oh, I feel a bit embarrassed to
ask him. Well, because he's been a good sponsor and and he might think it's a bit cheeky because he's already gifted us some.
Do you feel like you deserve it?
I do. And actually, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to ask in an expectant way. I'm like, is it possible?
Also, it's not coming out of his own bank account. He just probably has to press a button and ask someone and it will get sent to you. It's not the biggest deal.
No.
You're not asking much of him.
No, but I really enjoy it.
Right. Well, then follow the joy.
Follow the joy.
So ask.
I'm going to ask.
Today.
I will.
Okay. I like this.
Yeah, I do too. I love this for us.
Yeah. The more I get into it, and it's like everything, right? It's like a muscle you need to exercise a little bit. When you start to ask, and then you you realise, this is possible for me. I should ask some more.
I was thinking back to when we first recorded this, going back 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was thinking back to the things that we asked for.
Yeah.
And everything I asked for, which felt so big and so, not embarrassing, so grandiose at the time. And I was embarrassed to say it on the show. All of it has come true.
I really remember that now.
I wanted to write a book.
Well,
Those were the things that I
wrote a book.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
have published a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked, I was talking about being on the Apple Spotlight. That happened a few weeks ago, Lauren.
I know.
I mean, it took 3 years, but it doesn't matter. It still happened.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Things that felt so big, now they just feel so...
Achievable.
Thank you. Absolutely. Well, because I've achieved them.
And I remember doing that show, and the thing, I think we actually used that clip to submit for an award, but I ended up getting quite upset because I went away, didn't I, for the night by myself, and I realised whilst I was away that I didn't really know what I wanted. Like, I couldn't even order dinner.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get my head around.
We were in a very newly post-COVID world as well.
We were. And I could not get my head around, like, not dealing with the needs of everyone else. Like, what do I want? I felt so detached from my own needs and wants and desires, and so into what everyone else wanted. I kind of, and that really upset me. And I actually feel like I've come a long way since that show. I really do. Like, I can really feel that now. I'm like, no, I feel very attached and very in tune with what I want and what I need. And I feel much more comfortable in the space of saying that. You love that, don't you? It's like hitting all your coaching boxes, isn't it? I do, though. I do.
I'm proud of you. I think it's an amazing thing. And I think because I see so many women that don't know, and it makes me sad. And I don't want that for them. I want women to be in touch with what they want because they're going to get it. And they are as deserving as anybody else in their life to have the things that they want. We create so much space and so much permission for everybody else to step into the things that they need and they want. And we are always put last. And you don't need to do that.
And we always feel like, especially with our kids, that they deserve everything. Oh, they want it, they should have it, they deserve it. So do we.
Yeah.
Like, so do we.
Yeah.
And if we don't get what we deserve and we don't feel like we matter, we're not really able to do anything for anyone else, right? So I think the only way I've got around this is just by exercising the muscle.
And then it becomes so much easier.
Like, it's really, you just start with the small stuff.
So every morning I now go to the gym before I see the kids.
Yeah.
And I never used to do that because I would always feel guilty.
Yeah.
And I'd always have to do their breakfast and do their waters and do this and do that. Like, my kids are 14 and 16, nearly 17. Like, they are not babies. And they are able to pour themselves some water and put some toast in it. They are.
Yeah.
And you know what? Me always doing it for them doesn't actually encourage them to be more independent of me.
No, it doesn't.
So now, without permission, I go to the gym before they are up, and I don't see them. I always call them, I speak to them in the morning, but I wouldn't be able to do that because I felt in some way not deserving of it, or not, I don't know. Now it's what I want to do. And also, if I go later, I get back later, the traffic and everything else, I can beat the school traffic. So it just works for me.
Yeah.
And in that sentence, it says everything that I need to say. It works for me. I deserve to go to the gym every morning, and I don't need to sit in 25 minutes of traffic on the way back because I feel guilty that my kids can't put some toast in the toaster.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Agreed.
Thanks.
Agreed. Okay, clubbers. I think we're going to leave you with that.
Are we?
Yeah, I think we are. I just want them to know that this Christmas also belongs to them.
This Christmas also belongs to you. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. We're going to be back on Friday with our subscriber-only weekly wellness roundup, which you can get
In subscribers.
if you hit subscribe, and you will, basically it's as simple as that. You'll get Self-Care Club and 40ish ad-free, and you get Friday's show for less than a price of a cup of coffee a month. So it's well worth it. So get on
It's
that.
$3.99 a month.
It's $3.99 a month.
Yeah.
We will also be back on Thursday with a new episode of 40ish. Tune in.
Yep.
And we will see you on
Christmas special.
Yeah, it's a Christmassy show on 40ish this week.
I think
Yeah,
so.
it is. And we'll be back on Monday with a fresh practice.
See you then.
Stay warm this season with Ariat jackets and vests, available now at Cavender's. Ariat's built for every adventure with cozy warmth and rugged durability. Shop the latest selection of styles for men, women, and kids at your local Cavender's or on Cavenders.com.